Well, friends, looks like me and Amy went and bought ourselves a few chickens. But if you know anything about buying chickens, you know you end up buying a few more than you anticipated. So, anyway, we do not have a coop, and I need to build a coop so that we have something to house these chickens in. We have a limited budget, but we got some scrap wood that I went and picked up, and you'll see that on this video, and you'll kind of see the stockpile, and we're not really building from plans, we're building from what we got. So we're going to see what we got, and we're going to see if we can't make ourselves a decent chicken coop out of it. So we're going to have to actually get this done because I need it done here in a week or something. So get my chickens moved out, get them out of the house. So anyway, you want to follow along? It'd be fun. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I don't mess this up. Like I said, we did have some wood that I got, and I'll show you guys me getting that. But we had some railroad ties out there, but some of those were, when I started, my original intention was to surround the whole base in railroad ties and make it solid all the way around. But when I started cutting into a lot of those railroad ties, a lot of them were pretty rotten, and it worries me a little bit with these, with the how well they're going to age. But it's going to get me by for a minute, and then we can always come up with another plan later. But we have railroad ties, and the reason I really wanted these into the ground a little bit is it's very windy out here, and I really want this thing to be anchored down. I want it to be solid. So I'm going to put these railroad ties down, and I'm going to anchor lag the floor down so that it doesn't blow over or anything like that and scatter my chickens to the wind. Now, if you've been watching, I've been digging quite a bit, and that's wrong because I had actually had this trench leveled out with a 2x4. And it's going to take me a minute. You'll see what a foolish man I am here, looking all proud when my thing is all level. And you know what? We're going to put a board to it and see just why you don't dig down when it was level to start. You see the edge of that 2x4 there lower than the stupid other one? Yeah, that's because I dug down. And it's just dawning on me that I wasted a whole lot of time digging that down, getting it level. So that kind of sucked. And you know what? It's going to take a little bit more than just a couple handfuls of dirt because I dug the hell out of it. So, lucky Shane. So that's a chicken pit there. I dug that out. I kind of want to give the chickens little spots where they can go under the building if they choose. I'm not sure, maybe help sun, rain, snow, I don't know. Anyway, it's going to be a little chicken pit, and so it gets a little bit deeper here as I mix and add dirt to the occasion. And the little black dog you see there, that's Huckleberry. He's a field-bred English cocker. He's my buddy. I've had English Springers before him, and I absolutely love them. I went with a cocker. They're a little bit smaller. Huckleberry is an excellent hunting dog. I love the little turd. So we're back to getting the level on this thing. And like I said, I had it level before. And before we started, Amy and I went out there with posts and we staked out kind of exactly parallel to where the fence line is so that the building would line up with the fence line. And so we had marked out with posts, and I didn't actually get any footage of me out there digging, and how the hell extremely boring would that be, watching me dig? It's boring as hell watching me like filling this stupid post here, but here we are. So anyway, her and I had marked it out. We squared it out, and I marked the lines with twine string all the way around, and I just kind of dug the post width across for the railroad ties. And like I said, I was fully anticipating lining the whole thing with railroad ties, and when I did cut into a bunch of them, they were rotten. So it's kind of a bummer that I dug all that out. I didn't want to raise the shed because the wind is pretty hefty out here, and I don't want my chicken coop blowing over. And I'm gonna name my chicken coop Dorothy. All right, I've just, that name, I've never named a building, but I'm gonna name her Dorothy. So we're gonna build her nice and sturdy. So I got the other side, that other railroad tie there, lined up to where it's level, and so now I'm just leveling it across and trying to get this one figured out. And so you'll see the chicken pit there, the entrance, the big entrance is on where my hand's scooping there on my right side, and there'll be a little bit of extra room when the rafters are in going across, because they're going to raise it up another 4 inches or something. And so most of the chickens should fit in there, and then on the other side it should be all a little bit shallower, so maybe another hen could escape. So the thing that we're really winging here is the wood. So my dad had mentioned that he had some 2x6s and some other lumber, and my brother said that he had some I could get too. I don't know what kind of shape it's in. So me and Huckleberry set out, and there's an old hawk pen I have that me and my dad dismantled. And so we got a trailer full of wood that we'll take a look at here in a second. But this happened on the way home because apparently I got enough wood that we had that, and it was a fiasco, and I'm not going to get into it now, but that's never good. So what we got too is some chain link. My dad gave me a bunch of chain link. I'm going to see how that we can incorporate that into our garden, whether we use it with the chickens or not, or we use it with something else. Now here's the wood. Here's what popped the tire. So this is what we got to work with and build Dorothy out of. So the stuff on the bottom that's painted brown, that's my old hawk pen. And so that's an 8x8, and that's going to be kind of my foundation in phase 1, is get an 8x8 built up to where I can get the chickens in there to where they can stay warm, while they're finishing developing, because we can't keep them on the back porch. And so phase 1 is get an 8x8, then extend that to 8x16, and then get the run on the side. And we can free range them out here in the meantime, as soon as it's warm and they're not crazy little stupid chicks. So this is me unloading the wood. I'm being all proper, putting some fence posts down because I want the wood all stood up and good and stuff. But first we get out the tin. I have enough tin to do that 8x8 because I had it on my old shed, and so I'm going to use that. I'm trying to decide what I want to do on the other half of the roof, because we're not really locked down as far as, we're kind of a limited budget, and I got to kind of make it work. But I kind of want to put like something that'll let the light through to get the chickens up. And I got some ideas for this chicken coop. I've never built a big chicken coop. I built a little one that I collected eggs at. I had some little hens, and Amy's had some chickens in the past as well. And so, we're going to lay out our boards here and all our materials and see what we got. Like I said at the beginning of the video, we're kind of seeing what we got and building from there. I'm getting some plywood. I didn't put it on this load because it was already weighted down. And, obviously we lost a tire and all the fiasco that went with that. But so that's our pile of wood. I'm taking off the plywood that I have now, but that's kind of what we got to work with. We got some pretty decent pieces in there, but it's I need a floor, and I'm not sure the plywood I have is good enough, and so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. And so I'm kind of measuring stuff up now and going to count it up and see what we have. I have a lot of 2x6s, and I'm kind of playing with the idea of putting a 2x6 floor in all the way across, and because I have enough boards for that, I think it'd make a pretty solid floor. But it's like, do I want to use the 2x6s somewhere else, because it'd take a lot of them? And it's one of those, are they better used somewhere else, or are they, I'm counting them up and I think I have enough to do the floor. So that's where the dilemma's at. What to do, young Jedi, what to do. And there's Maisie Kitty, and there's Huckleberry Dog for your entertainment. And there's me pulling over my plywood. My dad gave me a couple extra pieces, and so the price of wood's ferociously high. We're gonna have to paint this stuff or do something with it, or go down and buy plywood or something. But some of it's not too bad. We're just going to kind of see what happens here. That has hawk shit on it because that was my hawk's pen, and he liked to shit on it because that's what hawks do. So here's a fun little fact for you. It's actually hawks. They poop. When they poop, it's called a slice, and when a falcon poops, it's called a mute. And now you know a little bit of something extra special here, courtesy of this channel, as you watch me, Gary Wood. So this is Dorothy here, and blue gate there was the door I made for my hawk pen, and I might incorporate that into the design of the to let the chickens in and out of the run, and put chicken wire on it. And so this is all the lousy, stupid Well, not lousy and stupid, but it's heavy. My God, chain link is heavy. So I got a big door here that I'm gonna fight off here in just a second. And all this shit's heavy, and then we didn't tie up the two littler freaking things, and so one of them got caught on there and just ripped the hell out of the side of the truck, and it just sucked, dude. And it's like, holy crap, and the thing's just heavier than hell. So, and then there's a whole bunch of posts. I don't know, it looks like they stack together, but I don't know how I'm going to incorporate them or what I'm going to do exactly, but we're going to figure that out, if we're going to use those or T-posts or try to put posts in the ground or whatever. Like I said, we're kind of winging it. We're going with what we got and what's going to work, practically, because, chain link's pretty heavy, so got to make sure we got a pretty solid, hefty foundation for that. And so this shit just sucks, man. And I gotta unroll all of it so I can see how many feet we got and then roll it back up. It's like, holy hell, man, that sucks. You see the sheep running away there? That's the couple rams that Amy has. Like I said, we want to put up some fences somewhere else, and so we got to really figure out where we want to incorporate this stuff into the barnyard. So folks, that's really about where we're at right now. We're just kind of wrapping things up, and we got the foundation done. We got a good start, so hopefully we can get the building erected here this weekend. You guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Bye.